At the close of this, the 2008 MANRRS Annual Career and Training Conference. And here at the zenith of the MANRRS year, what do you think about MANRRS from the time you started until now? What stories, lessons, friends, opportunities, or challenges clearly epitomize the cultivation of your mind for tomorrow's leadership? Maybe you gained some new additions to your resume, found a future husband or wife to share your passion, discovered a love for horses, international policy, food, or even met some of your greatest mentors. I know I have. When you wear our logo with its clutching black hands over a golden backing, you are telling the world that collectively, possibly without even knowing it, that you've agreed to become excellent, refuse to be insignificant, serve your community, and empower all that meet you while under the banner of membership. This is what it means to be a member of MANRRS. But once you remove that MANRRS polo or t-shirt and replace it with a suit for work, or matriculate for your schools and transition into your lives, do you lay down your values, belief, and voice along with our logo? The task and duty that we all have is to hold fast to our values, taking them into every arena while we're students and even after we're professionals. We have introduced ourselves to our chapters and our communities. Now we are to pass the torch to those that are to follow, inspiring all that meet us to stay committed to their goals and be better and stronger than they were. The time in my life spent in the role of a student and developing a professional has caused me to realize that when you get that degree, own your own business, land that dream job, teach that new student, you have the responsibility of influence and leadership. I believe that to whom much is given, much is also required. Best-selling author Stephen Covey wrote in his book, The 8 Habits. Let me read it to you. Most people think of leadership as a position, and therefore don't see themselves as leaders. They think that only those in positions of authority should decide what must be done. They have consented, perhaps unconsciously, to being controlled like a thing. Even if they perceive a need, they don't take the initiative to act. This room defies that statement. Someone invested time into you, told you about scholarships, made you aware of resources, invited you to a MANRRS meeting, planted a seed in your heart that took root and cultivated that plant until it matured and manifested into who you are now. We are more than things. We're students, men, women, professionals, dream come true. We're all in a position of influencer and leadership. We have a responsibility. Let me give you an unconventional definition of a leader. In the film industry, they call the leader the first few blank frames at the beginning of a magnetic cassette or videotape. Now you can't see it anymore, but it used to be 3, 2, 1, right? But now when you hit the play button on your VCR, you still have one. You can still hear the machine make a sound right before the feature film begins. Now while this seemingly insignificant pregnant pause is progressing, no one seems to realize that without this leader diligently pulling the first images into focus, the future Oscar-worthy film would never be seen. Sure, the overall film may be more important than this silent racket. They don't judge the leader, but the overall quality and outcome of the film. However, in being a leader in this world, the people you touch may never meet you, shake your hand, look out for you, give you any award or call you special. But in your silent laboring, your influence can be felt a whole world away. You see, the full-length feature film of someone's life is depending on your success, your drive, your motivation, your initiative, and your survival. But what does it mean to be successful in leadership? We're relating it back to getting a degree. Getting a degree in a particular area means that you successfully met the requirements set forth by your accredited institution, and that you are competent in that area. But I have to ask myself at the beginning of every semester, if I get a 3.0, which a lot of companies have borrowed a 3.0, and I know roughly 80% of the information, will I maybe qualify to answer the questions of my patients or clients? Well, honestly, if your doctor barely passed all his exams, or just barely passed all his tests, would you trust him with your life or the lives of your families? I guess to bring it home, the moral of the story is that as a leader, you must take every opportunity to excel and be the best at whatever you do. Staying committed to goals, staffing your weaknesses, and bringing order to chaos. The paradigm is shifting. And whole new meaning in this country. To stay competitive these days, you're going to have to bring more than your smile and ethnicity into a boardroom or interview. People watch you from your perspective and your insight, your strength and your tenacity. And communication is the medium that they're utilizing to access your brilliance. But what happens if you can't communicate? Then your quote-unquote fit is called into question. Therefore, one of the most important qualities that you can have as a leader is adequate and appropriate communication. This age challenges us to be prepared leaders who will talk while walking. I'm calling all the genuine people of this society. It's time to turn around. Take 3 passengers and teach them this theater. We don't sit in the back anymore. We take the lead and we are powerful. We are powerful. We have a woman and a black man running for president. And people still look at the TV like, with eyes open wide and mouths even open, saying, oh, how did it all happen? They can read, they can write, they have a voice and a vision. Well, so do you. I believe that in this room lies the greatest potential, far more than anywhere else in the world. But future leaders, I would be remiss if I didn't offer you a small caveat. Remember that leadership is still a sound that everyone can hear. And the phone of advancement is constantly ringing, but not everyone is so eager to answer. Some people don't see the need for this organization. They don't see it anymore. They feel that progressive organizations that promote diversity and inclusion have run their course in America. Some people are in this room. In Michigan, where we're registered and incorporated, there is no more affirmative action. So using the strength of your background, reputation, emails, blogs, bulletin boards, discussion groups, demystify MANRRS. Explain how it has helped you, what it has meant to you, how it has developed you, furthered your success, what you've seen here, how it has made you stronger. And let people know that even though the players may change, the game is still the same. In the not too distant past, people used to desire big words and a booming voice. But now, more than words, they want impact. That means if you're using big words to impress and you don't take the time to empower, then your vocabulary is in vain. So, when the time is right, at that interview on the job, and your lecture halls, at your club meetings, open up your mouth and prove that where you came from made you stronger, smarter, faster than anywhere else in the world. Once, a man from Atlanta, he opened his mouth to speak and the world learned to listen. He said, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. His name was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. You know, MANRRS can help open a lot of doors through its networking activities. Don't forget to listen to the sound. Tomorrow, this year, and the rest of your life, you make the future film come to life. Thank you.